Hi, welcome to the Read Aloud for Chapter 5, Lesson 1. This is on volcanoes. Chapter 5, Lesson 1 is volcanoes and plate tectonics. Where are volcanoes found on Earth's surface? The eruption of a volcano can be awe-inspiring. Molten material can be spewing high into the atmosphere. Villages can be buried in volcanic ash. A volcano is a mountain that forms in Earth's crust when molten material or magma reaches the surface. Magma is a molten mixture of rock-forming substances, gases, and water from the mantle. I'm pretty sure this is one of our quiz questions. So where it says magma is molten mixture of rock-forming substances, gases, and water, that's important. When magma reaches the surface, it's called lava. After magma and lava cool, they form solid rock. So that's where you get your rock, the ground that we walk on. Page 153, volcanoes and plate boundaries. Are volcanoes found randomly across Earth? No. In general, volcanoes form a regular pattern on Earth. To understand why, look at the map in Figure 1, which is down here. To understand notice how volcanoes occur in many great long belts. Volcanic belts form along the boundaries of Earth's plates. So underneath our continents, there's plates, and this is a plate here. This is a plate here. And what it's saying is where these plates meet, there's cracks in the mantle. So this is the crust on the outside, the mantle's underneath. The inside of that is the liquid core, just like we had our layers before. This is the crust, the mantle, the inner core. And so the cracks in here allow the lava or the magma to come up and create these little mountains and these little volcanoes that are here. The ring of fire shown in this picture, this is the ring of fire, where all these little volcanoes form around it, is one major belt of volcanoes. It includes the many volcanoes that rim the Pacific Ocean. The ring of fire includes the volcanoes along the coast of the North and South America and those of Japan and the Philippines. So North, South America, Asia, the Philippines. We're going to turn to 154. Diverging boundaries, converging boundaries. Diverging volcanoes form along the mid-ocean ridges where two plates move apart. Mid-ocean ridges form long underwater mountain ranges that sometimes have a rift valley down their center. Along the rift valley, lava pours out of the cracks in the ocean floor. This process gradually builds new mountains. Volcanoes also form when diverging plate boundaries on land. For example, large volcanoes are found along the Great Rift Valley in East Africa. Diverging means they move apart, so they separate and that lava can come right up. Converging boundaries. Many volcanoes form near converging, so they'll go together, where two oceanic plates collide. Through subduction, over here where it goes down, subduction, the older, denser plate sinks into the mantle and creates a deep ocean trench. Water in the sinking plate eventually leaves the crust and rises into the wedge of the mantle above. So they go this way. Water in the sinking plate eventually leaves the crust and rises into the wedge of the mantle above it. As a result, the melting point of the mantle in the wedge is lowered. So the mantle partially melts. The magma that forms as a result rises up. This magma can break through the oceanic floor, creating volcanoes. The resulting volcanoes sometimes create a string of islands called an island arc. So the string of islands is called an island arc. In Figure 2, the curve of the island arc echoes the curve of its deep ocean trench. Major island arcs include Japan, New Zealand, Aleutians, the Caribbean islands. Volcanoes also occur where an ocean plate is subducted beneath a continental plate. So this is your continent, and the oceanic plate is denser, so it goes below. Collisions of this type produce volcanoes of the Andes Mountains in South America. In the United States, plate collision also produced the volcanoes of the Pacific Northwest, including Mount Helen and Mount Rainier. So I think some of these, the Andes Mountains, Mount St. Helena and Mount Rainier, they may be on our quiz questions. So we'll keep an eye out for those. 155, hot spots right here. Not all volcanoes form along plate boundaries. Some volcanoes are called hot spots in Earth's mantle. A hot spot is an area where material from deep within Earth's mantle rises through the crust and melts to form magma. So this is just a random spot, not along the plate boundary. A volcano forms above a hot spot when magma erupts through the crust and reaches the surface. Hot spots stay in one place for many millions of years while the plates move over them. Some hotspot volcanoes lie close to plate boundaries. Others lie in the middle. Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming marks a huge hotspot under the North American plate. So they may ask about this in our quiz questions also. My suggestions: watch Bill Nye Volcanoes video. Watch some YouTube videos on hotspots, the Ring of Fire, some things like that. Tomorrow you won't have a science assignment, so please make sure you do some extra studying on volcanoes so you can grasp the concept a little better. Lesson 2 is 156, so we will stop there.